guys, I want to talk to you this morning about my trip away with Colouricious to Jaipur in India. You are looking at a selection of block printing, also a little bit of stitching. I went away and our tutor whilst we were away in India was Anne Kelly. Now you can research Anne Kelly on the internet. She loves to incorporate lots of different old embroideries, any type of material or fabric, lost, old and past, into her work. Now I have my own particular style. I work very small and likes to do lovely large work, so we were trying to incorporate finding my method of doing some work. I'm not a great camphor stitcher, but I've done my best to done like a running stitch. But in India, obviously, camphor stitch is their predominant way that they will attach their fabrics to other pieces of material. So I went with Colouricious, and one of the first things that we were given was a lovely wooden block. So I have my own little stamp here. So when we done our work, I was able to stamp some of my work. So when you're leaving out in the sun to dry and you've got approximately 10 ladies all doing the same thing, you do want to find your own original work. Now, we used white henna to actually do some lovely block stamping, and we've got a variety of just offcuts of fabric here. We've got some wooden blocks that I brought back. Now these are new wooden blocks, as you can see, cut relatively done in a modern style. I have brought back some old wooden blocks for double block printing. And I'm just going to grab these two really lovely. Now the lighting in here is never at its best first thing in the morning, but as you can see, this is a double block, and in front of you here is an example of a double block print, and they're not as easy as you may believe they are. Now the first thing we learned was just to select blocks in metallic paint. We spent approximately 2.5 hours doing a bit of block printing. You can imagine there are lots and lots of ladies, lots of activity, and it's all pinned out on a large table. I, being short, had to have like a kicker bar so I could actually reach across my large fabric. It is spread as neatly and thinly as you possibly can, the fabric, and then pinned. And then that way you don't get much in the way of wrinkles, and it's a lovely, fine, beautiful muslin. And you can see some prints are better than others, and it was just a matter of selecting, printing. I've just had a beautiful time. Some of these are printed on top of each other. It was really, really hot and warm in the environment that we were in the big factory. We've got some lovely block printing down the outside here, and you can see the joins. Believe me, these guys, and it was predominantly only gentlemen that were doing the printing. Ladies were in the factories, but they were doing things like in a paper craft, they were actually folding the gift bags or putting the tags on. Predominantly, it's a very maleistic area when it comes to the block printing. So there's my metallic. And then we went on to do another selection with some silver. And you can see here some beautiful, wonderful, beautiful irises here and lovely stamps. And yet again, my name. And hours, you could just allow these to dry and look at this wonderful camel. So these were the things that we got up to whilst I was away in Jaipur. Apart from that, there were some workshops where I went outside and we done some more block printing on the fabric. So you've got little prints here. One of our first things to do was just print on some of the fabric that we brought along with us, and then cut out the little block printing. And as you can see, I've just laid it onto this fabric and then I've done stitching into it. I've also brought along my sketchbook. We've done sketches whilst we were going out, and we've done rubbings, collection of just newspapers, stenciling. In my case, I'm still predominantly a tea girl, so little arches from Jaipur, tiles, anything that caught my eye, plants whilst we were there, some of the plants in the garden, some with or without colour, so just little short quick little sketches. There happened to be some filing cabinets all hidden away under a set of stairs whilst we were at the hotel. Chairs that were stacked by stairs, just one of the leaves, so just little things here that I can look back on. And there was the ornate little letterbox at the end of the hotel. And then these are all very, very quick pieces of sketching. And I can see that I've done vases, I've got a couple of kettles up here, and I've just got, this is from the Pink City in Jaipur. And so all in all, it's not full to the gummels, but we've done some sketching as well. And then off to the bazaars. And that's where it all gets rather fun, because this is where you can pick up a variety of wooden blocks. And I've yet to print with these, so you can go variety of prices. Naturally, it just depends on who you see and if you're prepared to do some bargaining with them. And I obviously like the older particular print blocks, but yet they are harder to locate. They're aware that we're constantly bringing in tourists, and we're all looking for older style of wooden blocks. But some of the new ones are going to be helpful. So all in all, that is just a brief overview of my trip away to India with Colouricious, with Anne Kelly, and just some of the block printing that I've done and some of the sketching. I've also just shared with you my larger piece of block printing, and this took me hours, and I worked really, really hard on this particular piece of fabric, and that is pretty much predominantly my best piece. But this is after approximately 6 hours of block printing, and this is using 2 wooden blocks. Anyway guys, I hope that gave you a good insight, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye bye.